What if I told you that right now? There are places in the world where you can wake up to ocean views, eat fresh, high-quality food every day, travel regularly, and still spend less than what many people pay just for rent in their home country. Not in theory, not as a fantasy, but in real, everyday life. Because that's exactly what's happening for thousands of people who have already made the move abroad, and the gap between cost and quality of life has never been more obvious than it is today. The truth is, where you live now might be costing you more than just money. It could be costing you time, energy, and the ability to actually enjoy your life. And that's why more people than ever are asking a very simple question. Where are the best places to live abroad right now if you want a low cost of living but a genuinely high quality of life? To answer that properly, you need to understand something first. Low cost doesn't automatically mean good life, and high quality doesn't always mean expensive. The real sweet spot is where those two things overlap, where your money goes further, but your daily experience actually improves. That's what we're focusing on here. Not just cheap places, not just popular destinations, but places where the overall equation actually works in your favor. Let's start with Southeast Asia, because it still dominates this category in a way that's hard to ignore. Countries like Thailand and Vietnam continue to attract people for one simple reason. They deliver an incredible lifestyle for a fraction of the cost. In Thailand, for example, it's entirely realistic to live comfortably on around $1,200 to $2,000 per month, depending on your lifestyle. That can include a modern apartment, frequent dining out, transport, and even short trips within the region. But what really makes Thailand stand out isn't just affordability, it's how easy it is to adapt. The infrastructure is solid, healthcare is reliable and affordable, and there's already a large international community that makes the transition smoother for newcomers. Vietnam takes that value even further. In cities like Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi, you can live well on even less, often between $800 and $1,500 per month, depending on how you choose to live. The food scene is one of the best in the world. Daily expenses are extremely low, and the overall energy of the country feels dynamic and full of opportunity. But Vietnam also comes with more friction. Things don't always work the way you expect. Bureaucracy can test your patience, and the language barrier can slow you down in the beginning. So while the upside is huge, the experience rewards people who are flexible and willing to adapt. If Southeast Asia is about maximizing lifestyle per dollar, then Latin America offers something slightly different, a balance between affordability, culture, and proximity to Western countries, especially for those coming from the United States or Canada. Mexico, in particular, has become one of the most popular destinations for people looking to relocate without completely disconnecting from their home base. Cities like Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Playa del Carmen offer a mix of modern living, rich culture, and relatively low costs. You can live comfortably here for around $1,000 to $2,000 per month, and in many cases, enjoy a lifestyle that feels far more vibrant and engaging than what you might be used to. The food alone is a daily highlight, but beyond that, there's a strong social culture, a growing remote work scene, and relatively straightforward visa options for longer stays. Then there's Portugal, which continues to hold its place as one of the most attractive destinations in Europe for expats. While it's no longer as cheap as it once was, it still offers a strong value when you consider what you're getting in return. Beautiful cities, a relaxed pace of life, good healthcare, and a relatively welcoming environment for foreigners. If you're earning remotely or bringing income from abroad, Portugal can offer a high quality of life at a lower cost than most Western European countries. It's particularly appealing for people who want the stability and structure of Europe without the extreme costs of places like London or Paris. But not everyone is looking for Europe or Southeast Asia. Some people want something less obvious, less crowded, and potentially even more advantageous from a financial or freedom perspective. That's where countries like Georgia come in. Georgia has quietly become one of the most interesting places for digital entrepreneurs and remote workers. The cost of living is low, taxes can be extremely favorable depending on how you structure your income, and the process of staying long-term is far simpler than in many other countries. It's not as polished as Western Europe, and it doesn't have the same level of infrastructure as more developed economies, but what it offers in return is flexibility and opportunity. For the right person, that trade-off is more than worth it. Another region worth paying attention to is Eastern Europe more broadly. Countries like Bulgaria and Romania are often overlooked, but they offer a combination of low living costs, decent infrastructure, and access to the European Union. You're not getting the same level of luxury or convenience as Western Europe, but you're also not paying Western European prices. And for many people, that balance makes a lot of sense. You can build a comfortable life, stay connected to the rest of Europe, and still keep your expenses under control. Now, here's where things get more interesting because the idea of high quality of life isn't just about money. It's about how you feel on a daily basis. It's about stress levels, social connection, environment, and how easy it is to live the kind of life you actually want. And this is where some countries stand out in ways that numbers alone don't capture. Take Bali, for example. It's not just about low-cost living, it's about lifestyle design. You're surrounded by nature, there's a strong community of remote workers and creatives, and the overall pace of life feels very different from the typical fast-paced urban environment. You can live comfortably here for around $1,000 to $2,000 per month, and for many people, the improvement in mental well-being alone makes it worth it. But Bali also comes with its own challenges: visa limitations, infrastructure issues, and a level of unpredictability that not everyone is comfortable with. And that brings us to an important point. Every one of these places has trade-offs. There is no location that gives you everything without compromise. Lower costs might mean dealing with slower systems or less efficient bureaucracy. Higher quality of life might come with distance from family or cultural differences that take time to adjust to. And freedom, real freedom, often comes with a level of responsibility and uncertainty that not everyone is prepared for. So the real question isn't just where you should move. It's what kind of life you're trying to build. If your goal is to reduce expenses and enjoy a more relaxed lifestyle, Southeast Asia and parts of Latin America are incredibly strong options. If you want a mix of affordability and European structure, Portugal and Eastern Europe make sense. If you're focused on flexibility, business opportunities, and independence, places like Georgia or Bali might be more aligned with what you're looking for. What separates people who thrive abroad from those who struggle isn't the country they choose. It's how well that country matches their expectations and priorities. The people who do well are the ones who understand that moving abroad isn't just about escaping something. It's about intentionally choosing something better. They think about their income, their work style, their tolerance for uncertainty, and what they actually want their day-to-day life to look like. Because at the end of the day, the biggest advantage of living abroad isn't just saving money. It's gaining control. Control over your time, your environment, and the way you live your life. And once you experience that, it's very hard to go back to a system that doesn't give you the same level of freedom. So, if you're seriously considering this, don't just look at lists or rankings. Look at yourself. Look at your goals, your habits, and what you value most. Then choose a place that aligns with that. Because the best place to live abroad right now isn't the one that's trending. It's the one that actually works for you. And if you get that decision right, it won't just change where you live. It will change how you live.